Hi, I'm Andrea Dindinger, a licensed marriage and family therapist, here reading Am I the Asshole Reddit posts. And I'm going to give you my professional perspective on each of these stories. Let's see. Am I the asshole for calling my husband a disgrace after he said my miscarriage ruined his birthday? I miscarried yesterday afternoon at about 12 p.m. I'm so sorry. I've never had a miscarriage before, and this baby was so wished for, so it's all so fresh, and now I'm sobbing. So I apologize in advance if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. My husband turned 27 yesterday. I'm a 26-year-old female, pregnant with mine and my husband's second child. Yesterday, I was 8 weeks pregnant. The day before yesterday, we saw a beautiful heartbeat flickering on the screen, and today I'm devastated. Sweetheart. I was playing with our 2-year-old when I felt pressure in my lower abdomen. Not long later, I noticed bleeding, and I let my husband know immediately that I had discomfort and bleeding. Before long, I had passed what I believe is the fetus, and I texted him. I think I lost the baby. Ugh, that's a terrible text to receive and to send. I wanted to keep him updated, and I guess I was seeking some kind of emotional support. Of course you were. I asked if he could come home, and he said, of course, if it's urgent. I said, I think it is because the pain and bleeding is getting worse and I'm starting to feel lightheaded. And now our 2-year-old is unattended in his playroom right now. We have no friends or family near that I could call who would get to us quicker than he could. I had to clean myself up, crawl downstairs to take Advil, make my son his lunch, and then put him down for a nap. At this point, my husband still isn't home. He was working approximately 30 minutes away and took closer to 60 minutes to get back. Hours later, when I asked, it was because he'd stopped at the liquor store to pick up some beers. I ended up very poorly, losing lots of blood, lightheaded, vomiting, etc., and he had to take me to the ER. By the time I was discharged, it was almost 8 p.m. The longest, worst day ever. Last week, I said I'd make him his favorite dinner for his birthday, which he reminded me of when we were almost home. I said I wasn't feeling up to it and that whatever takeout he wants is on me. He said, for fuck's sake, under his breath, and then muttered something along the lines of, this bullshit has ruined my birthday. Oh my God. Okay. He didn't stop to get any takeout. He just drove straight home. He put our son to bed, and I went to bed. I'm not sure what he did after. I didn't see him this morning as he already left for work. He's not texted me all day, and when he got home a few hours ago, it's now 8:40 p.m., and he's been giving me the silent treatment. I tried to speak to him about an hour or so ago. He ignored me, and I called him a disgrace. He slammed the bedroom door, locked me out of the bedroom. His mom has since messaged me and said I need to be patient, as he's also had a loss. That's true. She didn't ask how I was or anything. He's obviously speaking to his mom, but why isn't he opening up and speaking to me? She said I was harsh. I'm feeling utterly emotionally neglected right now. My body has been through emotional and physical hell. I understand that my miscarriage came at a inconvenient time for him, as it was his birthday and all. I'm not sure if it's the hormones making me feel crazy, but is it nuts to contemplate divorce? Am I the asshole for calling him a disgrace? First of all, it is the hormones that are making you feel so crazy and want to ask for a divorce. I wouldn't suggest that. This is just pain and immaturity happening right now. As best as you can, leave his mother out of this. It's going to support both of you in the end, and her. Now, his mother is accurate. You both are going through loss, and everybody goes through loss in different ways. Anger is something that everybody experiences when they lose something. It's like you lose your watch and you're angry about it. This is so much more significant. This is a baby. This was a future. This was a plan. This was the possibilities. Plus, you're hormonal. And you're physically going through so much that he doesn't understand. Here's what I would do if you guys sat down in my office. First and foremost, I would have you both just make some eye contact and recognize that you both are hurting. Just saying something to each other, hey, I know you're hurting. And then, hey, I know you're hurting too. Just to create some good empathy and a bond between the two of you. Then the next thing I would want you guys to do is for you to be able to say, hey, I need you to listen to this story as if it's your mother talking. Not me, your mother. I was hurt. I felt really alone and really scared when this miscarriage happened. And I know it was your birthday, but I couldn't even focus on you when I was going through this medical emergency. I'm really sorry. I really love you, and your birthday is very important to me. But I feel really abandoned and neglected without your support. And then pause. Let him see if he can hear that. Then I would suggest for him to listen to what you had to say and to empathize with how scared you must have been, how much you were physically going through. And when we're physically in pain and discomfort and all those hormones, we don't think as clearly as we want. We're not as mindful of our language and the words we're using. So the word disgrace, it's not that bad. Ruining his birthday, I mean, come on, let's be real. He's going to have another and another, and you can celebrate your birthday on any day. I often celebrate my birthday not on that day. But this hurt needs to be addressed so that you guys can move forward. And it's really about him being able to hear what your experience was, and then for you to be able to say, hey, I didn't use the word disgrace in a way that was helpful or meaningful. What I wanted to say is I felt really abandoned and alone. And I understand we missed your birthday, and I'm sorry about that. I hope this helps, and I hope that this doesn't lead to divorce. Take good care. I'm always rooting for you. On to our next story. This one's titled, I'm ridiculously attracted to our neighbor. I have no intention to cheat, but I'm feeling so much guilt. Hi, Reddit. This is kind of an update and kind of a scream into the void. I'm still not sure what I'm looking for. Clarity? Advice? A way to stop feeling like the worst person on earth? Let me rewind. My partner, we'll call him Jake, and I have been together for 7 years. Solid relationship, no huge fights, good sex life, built a life together, bought a small house in a cozy neighborhood last year. He's kind, dependable, and I love him. Enter Derek, the new neighbor. Oh, God. Derek moved in 3 months ago. Single guy, mid-30s, tall, tattooed, gorgeous smile, arms that look like they've carried a lot of boxes, and probably a few broken hearts. At first, it was harmless, casual hellos, waving while taking out the trash, borrowing sugar. Literally, who does that? The usual. Then it becomes a thing. Ugh! My mom always says, avoid the nearest occasion for sin. Just saying that. He started stopping by more often, asking about the plants in our garden, asking about Jake, and then asking about me, not in a creepy way, but in that subtle, I see you way. It was intoxicating. Oh my God. It's not just physical. We click, we get each other. Our conversations flow effortlessly because you don't have 7 years together. I've laughed more with him in 30 minutes than I have with Jake in months because you're emotionally involved with your neighbor. He listens, really listens, and I find myself looking for excuses to be outside when he is. Fixing a fence that isn't broken, walking the dog a little longer. And here's the part that makes me hate myself. I fantasize about him. Not just sexually, though. Yeah, that too, but emotionally. You cannot hate yourself for fantasizing. You cannot. That's your creative spirit. Fantasy and reality, that's where you want to be really thoughtful. I imagine what it would be like to start over, to feel that rush again. Of course, because there's serotonin, dopamine, adrenaline, oxytocin, all of those really delicious hormones. We all want to feel them again. It happens all the time, but I don't suggest it. To feel that rush again, to be wanted in that electric, all-consuming way. But I haven't cheated. I won't. I love Jake. I choose him. He's never done anything to deserve this. Still, I feel like I'm already emotionally cheating. You are. Even if I haven't touched Derek, part of me feels like I've crossed the line just by wanting him. Last week, Derek caught me alone in the driveway and said, I hope I'm not overstepping, but if you were single, I'd be in trouble. Derek totally is overstepping, like overstepping. I just smiled and changed the subject. Good for you, but I haven't stopped thinking about it since. And then last night, Jake kissed me in bed, and all I could think about was him, the neighbor. That's when the guilt hit me like a freight train. So now I'm spiraling. I feel disgusted with myself. Don't feel disgusted by yourself. I mean, you can, but I don't suggest it. And I don't know if I should distance myself from Derek completely, move, avoid him, be cold, or just keep pretending like I'm in control of something that's clearly slipping. Has anyone else ever been in this situation? How do you deal with this kind of forbidden attraction without blowing up your whole life? I feel like I'm standing on a cliff with the wind behind me, and I'm terrified that one day I won't resist the urge to fall. Oh, dear one, dear one, dear one. So you know this is not about Derek. This is not about the neighbor. It's not about Jake. This is about you. This is about you connecting inside of you and feeling bored, feeling your lack of creativity, and feeling this outlet for those emotions with somebody else. And he's all fantasy. He's not even like, it's not real. He doesn't leave the toilet seat up. He doesn't leave crumbs on the table. He's not real. And Jake is real. You've been together for 7 years. It doesn't seem like you're married, but you've made a commitment. So you need to decide whether this is the commitment you want to make. I think the feelings you're feeling about Derek are normal. I know billions of people have had that same feeling. You can feel attracted to an old man in the grocery store who's just super kind. Not this exact kind of attraction, but it is still in that same category of creative energy that you're sharing with each other. I think the first thing is to say like, hey, Derek, that was really sweet what you said last week, but I'm really happy with Jake, and it feels really confusing to hear that. And I really would hope that you can keep all of that to yourself. Just set that boundary with him. And then for yourself, don't stay outside longer. Don't dwaddle with the dog. Don't fix an unbroken fence. And then the next piece, and this is super important, go to Jake and say, hey, Jake, I've been feeling disconnected in our relationship. I've been feeling a little bit lonely. I've been feeling myself distracted by others. And I want to be connected with you. And I need to share that and open that up with you. It's going to be a hard conversation. I don't think you bring Derek into it, because then that's going to set up a really funky dynamic. But what you're saying is, I need a little bit of connection. I need really intentional energy from Jake. I need Jake to see me, and I need to see Jake. Making eye contact when you're having sex or you're kissing and you're not thinking about him and you're thinking about Derek, say, hey, baby, let's stop. I'm a little disconnected inside. Just staying with the present moment. Derek is all fantasy. I mean, how many women probably fantasize they're having sex with George Clooney or Brad Pitt or Zac Efron? Like, right? Fantasy is fine, and it's important. It increases your libido. But where you are is flirting so close with danger that somebody is going to get burnt, and I don't want you to get burnt for these really normal feelings. Take good care. I'm rooting for you. Please reach out. Let me know how it goes. If you have any updates, take good care. If you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. I'm rooting for you.